Hello, I'm going to give you a little feedback, Rawia, but we can't keep circling around here. I just have too many students to give feedback to. So this is the last time I'm going to give you feedback for 2 weeks, right? Because I've given you feedback and then I've looked at your thing again. And so let's take a look. You've got your self-grading here. So let's look. It's nicely linked, which is great. And you've really articulated what you've done here and right, but there was no attendance in class, and so you've given yourself an A here. So your actual justification is very solid. I'm going to look at the Gen AI activity here, and so you got your time spent. Um, the activity explored or researched. Okay, you're looking at this thing. You've reflected, which is in detail. And you provided, yeah. So I would say that your reflections are a little thin. And what I mean is that you spent almost 2 hours on this, and um, you're looking at the actual tool, but I wanted to, and you did a mind map. But you should have looked at all the features like the video and the audio and played with it and then given me detailed feedback. So this is really sort of a mid B kind of uh, evaluation. So just so you understand, you're supposed to go into Notebook, you're supposed to create a video, you're supposed to create a podcast, you're supposed to, uh, and then talk about your experience in doing that. So you seem to focus on the actual article, and that's fine. Uh, but um, the actual uh, process was not completely followed. Um, Now, with your project, you have this where you're creating. Sorry, I had to cough there. Let me just take a look so I can show you what I'm looking at. Personal brand is creating a Gen AI accessibility toolkit. So you have this, you have the specific task completed, wrote the introduction. Okay, so this is all good, but I don't have a link to the actual toolkit. So this is your reflection, which is great. Um, and it is a solid output, but I don't really have any link to the toolkit. And then you miss the class. And if I can show you, if you go to the class, let me go to this, lesson 3, lesson 1. Um, this is what you do if you miss the class, right? And um, and you provide that information. So you've missed the class, so I can't give you kind of credit. So really, your grade is around a B plus, uh, maybe because you've missed a lot of the activities here. Um, and then you have the resource here, and you're putting your resources in here. And you've got a lot of resources, so that pops it up to a B plus. If I'm looking at this one, you're doing your self-assessment here. Please put your self-assessment up there. Very detailed, which is great. You've also given yourself an A. So let's take a look. So you've got the information literacy and 5 reliable academic resources here. And then you've got a nice summary here, which is good. I mean, it's rather short, but it is a summary. And then here's your reflection. And yeah, okay. So that's a much more detailed reflection. So that is, I think, an A quality reflection. So in this case, I think you did quite well. You have the toolkit section here. Let me just see. Here's your week 2 summary. It's what you've spent. Um, Okay. So what I'm looking for here is maybe it's here somewhere. I don't know. You might want to organize these by um, yeah, here's see I can look at this and see what's going on. Well, it's only yeah, so I don't see where the product is. So that's kind of a concern. I see your progress on it, but I'm a bit worried about the product. You've got your in-class contributions. Yeah, and that's really very detailed, and that's good. And then you've got your yeah, this is your contributions, and then you looked at an article, so that's good. So I would say the first week is really a B plus, and this is more in the A range, but I am a little concerned about where your project is in, as in the final product.